Welcome in here to Thompson, North Dakota, as we are getting sets for semifinal round action in the Region 2 softball tournament. This is the Irie Insurance pregame show. For all of your insurance needs, visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. James Cardarelli with you. Mac Robinson will be joining me in just a few moments. But first, I caught up with both head coaches of the respective teams, Carrington, the Cardinals, and Mayport CG, the Patriots. Caught up with head coach of Carrington, Brady Smith, ahead of this one. Staying here with Coach Smith of the Carrington Cardinals. Coach, semifinal round, what's the mindset coming into today?
Yeah, we know, we played Mayport earlier this season, kind of got our butts kicked, so we know exactly what they're capable of. So mentality doesn't change from our big win on Saturday. So told the girls come in, play hard, have some fun, and hopefully we can upset the state and the region again. So
you talk about that big win on Saturday. We'll catch up with head coach Brady Smith in just a moment, replacing some batteries in our trusted task cam here. But it should be a good contest coming up, as the winner will move on to take on Thompson, who just had a dominant victory a moment ago over Pembina County North on a score of 19-0, as we are getting set for the Carrington Cardinals taking on the Mayport CG Patriots. Staying here with Coach Smith of the Carrington Cardinals. Coach, semifinal round, what's the mindset coming into today?
Yeah, we know, we played Mayport earlier this season, kind of got our butts kicked, so we know exactly what they're capable of. So mentality doesn't change from our big win on Saturday. So told the girls come in, play hard, have some fun, and hopefully we can upset the state and the region again. So
you talk about that big win on Saturday, able to get the one-run win. You got such a young team. How awesome is it to see them to kind of come through in a big spot like that?
Yeah, and we practice actually those situations all week in practice. I give them a situation, we'd be up by 2 or 3 runs, they win, they score, they win basically. And they actually scored, and we would have lost the game the rest of the week. And fortunately, Saturday, we actually came up on top. So I think finally the girls have finally bought into knowing that they can compete with some really good teams, and hopefully we can keep that going forward.
You got a tough contest against Mayport coming up here. A dominant pitcher over there. What do you see from her, and what gets it done today?
Yeah, no, she throws really hard. She throws a lot of strikes, and she also does a really good job at changing up her speeds, which is something we haven't really seen a whole lot of. She has a really good changeup. So as soon as they see some of our better hitters start to pull the ball, she whips that changeup out, and where we miss the ball by a couple of feet, it seems like. So hopefully we can make some adjustments today and just put the ball in play, and anything can happen.
When it comes to your team, the youth, I think you only have 1 senior on the team.
Yep.
Does that change the way that you approach coaching this team when you have such young kids that you kind of got to coach up?
Yeah, in a sense. When Kennedy has been here, she's a really good track athlete too. So she's been vocal when she is here, but when she's not, I do find myself having to speak up a little bit more than I want to. But I'm also been hounding the girls that we need to find some of those sophomores who are the older girls when Kennedy's gone to step up and be leaders as well. That's still a work in process, but hopefully in the next couple of years that we'll have some more vocal leaders. So,
well, the future is bright in Carrington. Best of luck, Coach.
Yes, thank you very much.
That was head coach of the Patriots, or of the Cardinals, I should say, Brady Smith, ahead of this one. We are going to get to our lineups presented by American Crystal Sugar. Live the sweet life, great careers, quality products, grower-owned, crystalsugar.com. And let's go ahead and run through the lineup for Carrington and the Cardinals. They're going to lead off with Mara Coots, who's playing second. At catcher is Isabel Wendell, playing short. Batting third, playing center, is Cadence Van Ray. Kennedy Wendell will be batting fourth, playing first. Batting fifth, playing shortstop, is Bryn Smith. Batting sixth, playing third, is Lauren Hendrickson. Batting seventh, pitching, is Callie Hewitt. Batting eighth, playing left field is Bailey Ness. And then batting ninth, rounding out the order, playing right field is Reese Schaefer. I caught up with head coach of Mayport CG, Coach Konchak, ahead of this one. With Mayport CG head coach, Coach Konchak. Coach, dominant on Saturday. What's the mindset coming into today?
Yeah, we kind of got off to a slow start, and it was mostly because we were super aggressive. We had a couple double plays early in that game, and so not quite the start we wanted to. We are getting girls all over the base pass, so that's going to be kind of the same thing for today. Hopefully we can use our speed, have some great at-bats early in this game so we can get off to a good start.
Your pitching performance that you got on Saturday from Hansen was great. It was incredible. What did you see from her that had her so dominant?
Yes, unreal. Earlier in the year, she had struggled a little bit with getting ahead of batters. That wasn't the case on Saturday. She got ahead early, then she could use her other pitches a little bit too, and we really didn't need to change it up too much. Just stuck with the fastball, and she drove it home with that pitch.
It's a Carrington team that has a lot of youth, and they're feeling good about themselves after coming away with a close victory on Saturday. What do you see from them that gives you guys some challenges?
Yeah, absolutely. Coming off a big, huge win, huge home run there in extra innings. That's awesome. That's what softball's all about. So, yeah, it's a much different team than we played them the first time too. They had a couple of girls that were out for a track meet that day. So, obviously they'll have a few more better hitters in their lineup. They'll have some speed that we got to make sure we're watching out for. But yeah, if we just continue to do what we do, I feel like we're pretty confident.
Thanks for your time, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Was head coach of Mayport CG, the Patriots, Coach Konchak. As the Irie Insurance pregame show continues, we're going to step aside for a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll bring you the Patriot lineup presented by American Crystal Sugar. Back after this quick timeout right here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Do you want that new boat? Are you building onto your home? Maybe you want the new camper or ATV. Dakota Heritage Bank can help you. This is Dustin Nagel, president at Dakota Heritage Bank Hillsborough location. You can visit with me or our other loan officers to help with loans and lines of credit from Dakota Heritage Bank. We are serving you with locations in North Dakota and Northwest Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers financial services you expect with a local perspective. dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Did you know that there are several different types of crop hail insurance policies? Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with Irie Insurance. We at Irie Insurance want to help you select a hail policy that will best protect your crops and bottom line from a hailstorm. Give us a call today to schedule a time to meet with an Irie Insurance agent. For our contact information, go to our website at irieins.com.
You're protected and appreciated at Irie.
Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
Welcome back into Thompson, North Dakota. We're here for Region 2 softball tournament action. James Carter with you, joined by Mac Robinson as this Irie Insurance pregame show continues. For all of your insurance needs, visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. And let's go ahead and take a look at the Mayport CG Patriots lineup presented by American Crystal Sugar. Live the sweet life. Great careers, quality products, grower-owned, crystalsugar.com. They're going to lead off with Mesa Larson playing short. The pitcher, Danica Hansen, batting second. Batting third, playing catcher, Raina Satram. Batting fourth, playing first, Riley Satram. Batting fifth is the designated player, Brooklyn Galdi. Batting sixth, playing center field, Parker Strand. Batting seventh, playing right field, Maddie Sand. Batting eighth, playing second base, Cora Gendrich. Batting ninth at third is Hudson Zerfis, and then the flex player in left will be Reagan Zerfis. As Mayport CG to get here was dominant in their game against Larimore on Saturday, not giving up any runs and winning 16-0 in that matchup. Danica Hansen on the mound was near perfect, not giving up any runs, only giving up a couple of hits and striking out 6. As Carrington will now take their infield. We're moments away here from first pitch. Winner of this contest will face Thompson at 3 p.m. tomorrow in the region championship and state qualifying game. loser of this game will play Pembina County North for a chance to qualify for state on Tuesday as well. We're going to go ahead and step aside for another quick timeout. This is the Irie Insurance pregame show right here on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Hillsborough and Central Valley School Districts congratulate the seniors on your success and wish you well in your future endeavor. To this year's graduating class, we encourage you to step into your future and the unique, inspiring gifts that only you can give. Congratulations from administration, staff, and other students at the Hillsborough and Central Valley School Districts. To all students, parents, and families of the Hillsborough and Central Valley Schools, thank you for a great year.
Tomorrow is happening right now. Today, more than ever, the world needs safe, secure, sustainable, and affordable sources of energy. That's why Enbridge is advancing new technologies to reduce emissions, like carbon capture and hydrogen power. By putting in the work today, we're bridging to a cleaner energy future. Tomorrow is on. Enbridge. Life takes energy.
Nothing has embodied the American spirit like the family farmer. Year after year, they work the land. Through droughts, floods, and uncertain markets, they keep that spirit alive with another crop harvested for the next generation. And for that, we tip our hats to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Visit with Ryan Opdahl, your local Farmers Union Insurance agent in Hillsborough.
Welcome back in here as we are getting set for Region 2 softball tournament action in Thompson, North Dakota, home of the Tommies, as the number 6 seed Carrington is going to be taking on the number 2 seed Mayport CG, the Patriots, as Carrington winning a close contest on Saturday against the number 3 seed, upsetting Grafton on a score of 15-14, and there were some spectacular plays and performances in that game, specifically from Cadence Van Ray, who was able to hit a home run in the 7th inning to take the lead and secure a 15-14 victory over the Spoilers. James Cardarelli with you. I'm joined by Mac Robinson. This is the Irie Insurance pregame show. For all of your insurance needs, visit Irie Insurance online at IrieINS.com. And we could not have asked for a better day here in Thompson, as it is cloudy, so the sun staying behind those clouds. It is 83 degrees. There's light wind, just 5 miles per hour, heading in the northwest direction. So a little bit different conditions than what we saw on Saturday, Mac, and could not have asked for a better day here.
Yeah, James, you're absolutely right. And, you know, the weather might be a little bit warmer, if that, but you really can't tell because the wind isn't kicking up too much. There's a little bit of cloud cover, so the sun isn't beating down on you. But, you know, especially looking at these two teams, I think that it's going to be interesting to see how these two come at each other here because, again, you talk about the Patriots. Again, very dominant performance, playing well at the plate, very well-disciplined team. And then on the other side, you know, for Carrington, that's a team that, you know, looking at how well they played on Saturday, basically every shot that they took from Grafton, a very experienced team, a lot of upperclassmen on that roster. You know, a young team in Carrington, they came in and they took every punch basically from Grafton. They were able to answer back. And, you know, you mentioned Cadence Van Ray. Van Ray, 4 for 5 at the dish on Saturday. She had 2 singles, a double, and a homer. She had 5 RBIs. But on top of that, she came in relief, actually, pitching for Carrington as well. You know, where Mara Coots, she had given up 9 runs, 5 of them earned. And Cadence Van Ray came in. She gave up 3 runs. None of them were earned. And threw for 2 innings, and she had a couple of strikeouts. She did very well coming out, started in center field, finished the game as the pitcher. She did very well for this Carrington team and really stepped up when they needed it, and they're going to need a lot of their players, a few of their players to step up here today.
And as good as Van Ray was, how about Danica Hansen on the other side of things, in the pitching circle again for Mayport CG. And Carrington, they're going to have their hands full at the plate today.
You're absolutely right, James, and that was one that, Hansen was somebody who, was locked in, dialed in, and really didn't mess around when it came to her approach in the pitcher's circle, really attacking the hitters and getting into good counts early on, and that allowed her to, give some of the off speed, get some of those players to swing and miss early on. So really going to be an interesting pitching battle here today, and really going to be interesting if the Cardinals can carry some of that momentum that they had from the 15-14 win against the Grafton Spoilers.
Well, this has been the Irie Insurance pregame show right here on YourLiveEvent.com as these players are now being introduced out onto the field. We're going to take one last break. First pitch coming up in semifinal Region 2 softball tournament action here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. They're open Saturdays 10 to 5. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
The Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts congratulate the seniors on your success and wish you well in your future endeavor. To this year's graduating class, we encourage you to step into your future and the unique, inspiring gifts that only you can give. Congratulations from administration, staff, and other students at the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts. To all students, parents, and families of the Hillsboro and Central Valley Schools, thank you for a great year. Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get the C-Teak. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy.
Welcome back in here on YourLiveEvent.com as we are moments away from first pitch and semifinal action at the Region 2 softball tournament in North Dakota, in Thompson, North Dakota, as the number 6 seed Carrington upsetting number 3 Grafton on Saturday, 15-14. They're taking on the 2 seed Mayport CG after they took care of Larimore 16-0. The winner of this game will move on to play Thompson, who is the 1 seed and just had a dominant victory over Pembina County North, 19-0. That game is tomorrow at 3 p.m. We'll have that for you here on YourLiveEvent.com. James Cardarelli with you, joined by Mac Robinson. The lineups brought to you by American Crystal Sugar. Leading off for Carrington will be Mara Coots, followed by Isabel Wendell. And then batting third, Cadence Van Ray. In the field for the Patriots. In the infield, Mesa Larson playing shortstop. Raina Satcham playing catcher. Danica Hansen doing the pitching. Riley Satcham is at first. Cora Gendrich at second. Hudson Zerfis is at third. Then in the outfield, Parker Strand will be in center. Maddie Sand in right. And Reagan Zerfis will be in left as Danica Hansen will look to continue where she left off on Saturday, giving up no runs and really a dominant effort. But she'll have her hands full with this talented and young Carrington lineup. And a lot of 7th graders, some 8th graders, just a lone senior. And that brings its own challenges for head coach Brady Smith. But this team riding high off of their one-run win on Saturday.
James, you're absolutely right. And, you look at Carrington. Again, this was a team that, just has one senior on their roster coming into this tournament. They were a team that, dealt with those growing pains throughout the regular season. But, again, when it came time and they needed to step up, they did. Whether it be Callie Hewitt, who went 3 for 5 with an RBI, also had Mara Coots, who we're going to see here lead off. She was 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and 2 RBIs and a walk there on Saturday as well. So a lot of interesting players that have stepped up. It's going to be interesting to see how they handle it here today.
Quick turnaround between game 1 and 2. Want to give a special shout out to our grounds crew out there in between these games, getting the field ready. First pitch is fouled back. That one is high for ball 1. 1-1 is the count now to the hitter, Coots. That one's high and outside. 2-1 is the count now to the hitter, Coots. Swung on and fouled back. Nice cut at that one. Just underneath it. 2-2 is the count.
Good job from the 7th grader, making sure that she stays alive and is waiting and awaits her own pitcher.
Swung on, fouled back. Just to the right of the press box here.
We're ready.
The 2-2 pitch. The off speed and able to just slap at that one, foul protecting there. Swing and a miss, and Hansen picks up right where she left off from Saturday with a strikeout. Isabel Wendell, the catcher, will come to the plate now. That one low for ball 1. Check swing there. 2-0 is the count. Went around that time. 2-1 is the count now as she couldn't lay off the inside pitch.
Good job by Hansen by getting that jammed in on the hands.
Three and one.
Good throwaway pitch there. Down and outside, see if you can get her to chase.
That one skied up towards center field and squeezed for the second out of the inning.
Center fielder, Cadence Van Ray.
That was Parker Strand out there in center field. As now the center fielder for Carrington will come to the plate. Cadence Van Ray, the hero of the game on Saturday. Carrington had a few players that you could say stepped up big time, but the one play that sticks out is that home run that she hit in the late innings to give her team the lead. Swung and missed that. 0-2 is the count now.
Really proved to be the key difference in that one. Getting the 3-run homer, a 1-run ball game.
Staying alive there with the foul tip. That one's popped up in the infield towards first base and squeezed for the third out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Good start for Hansen, and the Patriots will step aside for a quick timeout right here on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Hillsboro Vets Club welcomes you for Broasted Chicken Saturdays, 5:30 till 7:30. Fries and coleslaw along with delicious broasted chicken. It's the best chicken I've ever had. roasted chicken dine-in and takeout at Saturdays at the Hillsboro Vets Club. And remember, appetizers and so many other fun activities at the Hillsboro Vets Club. Good luck to the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros from everyone at the Hillsboro Vets Club. And they thank you for all of your support with the Hillsboro Vets Club.
Welcome back in here. Home half of the first coming up as the Patriots will come to bat for the first time in this game, and they'll lead off with Mesa Larson, followed by Danica Hansen and Raina Satrom. In the field, lineups brought to you by American Crystal Sugar, as always. In the field for the Cardinals, at second, Mara Coots. Doing the catching is Isabel Wendell. Doing the pitching is Callie Hewitt. At shortstop, Bryn Smith. Third base, Lauren Hendrickson. First base, Kennedy Wendell. And in the outfield, Cadence Van Ray playing center. Bailey Ness is in left, and Reese Schaefer is in right field. James Cardarelli with you, joined by Mac Robinson. And here come the Patriot offense, putting up 19 in their game on Saturday. First pitch, that one ripped down the line. Nice play at first for the first out of the inning.
Patriot pitcher, Danica Hansen.
Kennedy Wendell showing the nice glove work as that ball was smoked down the first base line. That'll bring up Danica Hansen.
Kennedy Wendell, one of the leaders on this team for the Cardinals.
The lone senior on this team.
Showing the experience there.
1-0 pitch. That one low for ball 2. Two-0 pitch coming up. That one high and outside as Hansen working ahead here. 3-0 is the count. That one in there for first strike of this at-bat. 3-1 is the count now. Hewitt trying to get back in this at-bat. That one is going to be blooped and get down right into right center field. Hansen has a single. That'll bring up Raina Satrom, the catcher. Had a big day at the plate on Saturday. Had a few RBIs.
Now, Hewitt came in and pitched in relief on Saturday.
Heading down to second, and that ball thrown just to the right as Hansen has a stolen base.
Hewitt only allowed 2 runs, and 1 was earned in her 2 innings of work.
Hewitt delivers. That one's high. 2-0 is the count now as Hansen halfway down the baseline there. We'll go back to second. That one on the outside corner for a called strike. 2-1 is the count.
Again, much like we saw with the Thompson Tommies, Patriots very aggressive on the base paths. So you always got to be looking.
The delivery. That one skied up. That's going to be a pop-up to the second base and squeezed for the second out of the inning.
First baseman, Riley Satrom.
That'll bring up Riley Satrom. Squeezing that one over at second was Mara Coots.
And again, the Satrom sisters, they both very athletic, play very well in volleyball and basketball as well.
That one low and outside. Hansen will head on over to third. 2 outs in the inning. Satrom digs in. Batting from the left side, that one. Ball 2. 2-0 is the count. Runner over there at third with 2 outs. Good opportunity for the Patriots to strike first. So that one is low and in the dirt. 3-0 is the count now.
Satrom also batting a .524 on the season coming into this weekend.
The delivery. And that's ball 4 as Satcham draws a walk in her first plate appearance. That'll bring up the designated player, Brooklyn Galdi. Runners on the corners now, 2 outs. As Hewitt tries to work her way out of this inning. Patriots threatening with a runner on third. Swung on, it's a hard ground ball right up the middle, and that'll get the runner in. Satcham moves on to second, and in there with an RBI single is Galdi.
Center fielder Parker Strand.
Parker Strand will bat from the left side, her first at bat. Runners on first and second, 2 outs in the inning. The delivery, that one high and inside from Hewitt.
And Hewitt had a little bit of issues when it came to control on Saturday. 42 pitches, 27 of them were balls.
That one outside for ball 2. Oh, strike. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Should probably wait for the ump to raise his hand or not, eh? That one slapped at down the first base line. It's going to be called foul at the last moment, the very last moment. 1-2 now to the hitter, Parker Strand.
Huge pitch here coming from Hewitt. If you're able to get out of here with just 1 run here in the bottom of the first.
That one low into the dirt. That's going to advance the runners into scoring position there. 2-2 is the count. Delivery, slapped at. It's going to be a high pop-up. It's in the infield. And squeezed for the 3rd out of the inning by the shortstop, Bryn Smith. So, Patriots pick up 1 on the Galdi RBI single. We will go ahead and step aside when we come back. Top of the 2nd coming up on YourLiveEvent.com.
Spring is here, and the scenery while driving down the road will soon be filled with farm machinery planting this year's crop. Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with Irie Insurance. As fieldwork begins, we want to remind you to take extra caution when approaching large, slow-moving machinery traveling down the road. A successful crop year is one that is accident-free. Irie Insurance offers all lines of insurance, and we would love the opportunity to visit with you. For our contact information, please visit our website at irieins.com.
Welcome back in here. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties here on YourLiveEvent.com, but we are back up and running. In the top of the 2nd there, it was 3 up, 3 down. Hanson making quick work, and we got a runner on first after the walk by Maddie Sand. Cora Gendrich at the plate now for the first time for Mayport CG. That one in there for a strike. 1-1 is the count now. We're in the home half of the 2nd. In the bottom of the 1st, Brooklyn Galdi had an RBI single. Scoring Danica Hansen. And now 1-2 is the count as Hewitt working ahead of Gendrich here. That one slapped to third base, bobbled, thrown to first, safe. Thinking about third and heading back to second is Maddie Sand. So Gendrich, go ahead and give her a hit on that, as that was hard hit to third base and beating it out down the line. And that'll bring up Hudson Zerfus now. Runners on first and second. Showing bunt and taking it back is Hudson Zerfus. No outs in the inning. That line drop into left field, and that should score at least 1 as Carrington gets it in, and in there with a RBI double is Hudson Zerfus.
And great piece of hitting there to get that just over the third baseman into left field, and able to find the spot in the defense there. And now it's a 2-0 lead for Mayport for the Patriots here.
That scores Maddie Sand. And 2-0 is the lead now for the Patriots. Runners in scoring position, no outs. leadoff hitter, Mesa Larson, at bat, and that one gets away as Gendrich will score from third. Two and 0 is the count. Larson 0 for 1. That one inside for a ball. 3 and 0 is the count now. High and outside for ball 4, second walk of the inning.
Danica Hansen.
That'll bring up Danica Hansen. She's 1 for 1. And scoring a run are the Patriots, coming in from third as Zerfus caught him sleeping. Runner on second. That is slapped to shortstop. Good stop. And throwing the runner out as Hansen thrown out for the first out of the inning.
And good piece of base running there to wait for the throw onto first and able to go ahead and take third. Now just another runner standing there on third base potentially for the Patriots.
The delivery, that one is just a bit high as Hansen hit that ball pretty hard at Brent Smith. Nice play over there at short. Get the first out of the inning. 4-0 is the lead, though. Another ball slapped at shortstop. That one gets through up the middle, and that's an RBI for Raina Satcham.
Number 2, the first baseman, Riley Satcham.
And again, Raina Satcham, just a good piece of hitting, able to hit that one right up the middle and just past the outstretched arm there of Brent Smith.
That'll bring up Riley Satcham now. Walked in her first at bat. She shows bunt. Heading over to second base on the stolen base is Raina Satcham. Runner in scoring position. 4 runs thus far in the home half of the second for the Patriots, as underneath that one was Riley Satcham. 0-2 is the count now. The delivery, that one high. Good job laying off that. Callie Hewitt's on the mound for Carrington. That one high. Hewitt's walked 3 thus far. No strikeouts yet. That one skied in the air to Smith at short and unable to make the play. Staying at second will be Raina Satcham. Riley will reach on an air.
That one, that was just the wind kind of carrying that one back, trying to get underneath and just kept on moving back, but just couldn't quite get there.
Galdi will now come to bat. She has an RBI single, and she pokes one up the middle. And it looks like Satcham will come around to score. So Galdi with her second RBI of the game. She's 2 for 2.
Just like that, 6-0 lead, and good piece of hitting there, and better base running there from Satcham. Watching that one, making sure that one's going to fall, and then taking off and using the speed.
First pitch swinging, that one poked into the outfield.
Just like
Parker Strand has her first hit of the game.
Yeah, Parker Strand, just good piece of hitting there, right back up the middle, line drive, just slap shot, one pitch, boom, right up the middle.
Score is now 6-0. 1 out in the inning. Bases are loaded, and Maddie Sand, who walked in her first plate appearance, she led off the inning with a walk. She's back up to bat. That one low and in the dirt. 2-0 is the count. That one at to second, stepping on the bag, throwing over to first for a double play. Nice play over there by Mara Coots, handling it herself as she doubles up the Patriots, and we'll head to the top of the third, but not before Mayport CG puts up 5 there in the home half of the second. They lead 6-0. Let's step aside for a quick timeout.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
Welcome back in here, top of the third, just about underway. Carrington giving up 5 runs there in the bottom of the second as Mayport CG, the 2 seed in Region 2 softball tournament action, they lead 6-0. Callie Hewitt now will come to bat for the first time. Hanson on the mound for the Patriots. Swung on and missed. Big cut at that one. Hanson has yet to give up a run here in Region 2 softball tournament action. She pitched on Saturday. Went 4 innings, giving up no runs. No team has been able to get to her yet. 0-2 pitch on its way, that one outside.
I want to credit where it's due. Randa Satcham doing a good job calling the game here with Hanson behind the backstop.
That one fouled back. Bottom of the second, Zerfus got things started with an RBI double. Gendrich ended up stealing home on a wild pitch. Zerfus stole home as that ball is slapped at the shortstop, picking it up and throwing Hewitt out for the first out of the inning. Bailey Ness will now come to bat. That was Mesa Larson making the play over there at shortstop. Raina Satcham had an RBI single there in the bottom of the second, and then Brooklyn Galdi with her second RBI of the game had an RBI single scoring Satcham. 1-0 is the count now. The delivery from Hanson, that one fouled back. Bailey Ness playing left field. This is her first at bat of the game. Still no hits for the Cardinals. That one fouled off towards the Mayport CG dugout, and 1-2 is the count now. Hanson, that one in protect mode there was Ness's. That one was coming for her, and she just kind of slapped at it with her bat, able to foul it off.
You will get the thin end of the barrel there, just above the grip on the actual bat.
Low and in the dirt, a little bit outside. 2-2 is the count. See if she throws that off-speed pitch here with this 2-2 pitch. Oh, fastball inside, off the inside part of the bat. Flipped over to first for the second out. As Hanson continues to get easy outs. And now Reese Schaefer will step to the plate for her first at-bat. She's the 9-hole hitter. That one right back to Hanson. Hanson over to first for the third out of the inning. 9 straight outs for Danica Hanson and the Patriots. They lead 6-0 here on YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
The broadcast of this tournament game has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. James Cardarelli with you, joined by Mac Robinson. Heading to the home half of the third inning as Mayport CG leads the Carrington Cardinals on a score of 6-0. They put up 5 runs there in the bottom of the second, and they'll lead off with Cora Gendrich, followed by Hudson Zerfis, and then the top of the order, Mesa Larson. As Gendrich is 1 for 1 with a single, she digs in for the second time. That one called strike right there on the outside corner. Swing and a miss just underneath that one. 0-2 now as Hewitt jumping ahead of the hitter Gendrich. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Drop third strike as catcher Wendell tags the runner out. That is Hewitt's first strikeout in this one. Now Hudson Zerfis swings at it. That's a fair ball, and she'll beat it out for an infield single. Right down the third base line there. And now Mesa Larson, she's 0 for 1 with a walk. Zerfis will be on first. Larson, the left-handed hitter, digs in, shows bunt, pulls back, taking second, no throw down is Zerfis. That one's high. 2-0 is the count now to the leadoff hitter Larson. That one is a high pop-up. Smith trying to make a play, stretches out for it. That one drops, and runners will be in scoring position now as Larson will have a double. Now Danica Hansen, who's 1 for 1 with a single, will step up to the plate with runners in scoring position and 1 out. That one in the dirt for ball 1. Skied up in the infield. And squeeze for the second out of the inning. Tagging, though, from third is Zerfis, and she's going to make it in there safely.
That's the aggressiveness that you get from the Patriots. It's an infield pop, and you're still able to tag and run home. So making sure that you're staying aggressive on the base pass, it allows your runner to also advance onto third, so you still keep that pressure on the Cardinals here.
It's not every day you see a runner tag up on an infield pop-up.
And an infield sac fly.
But Zerfis did, and she made it in there safely. 7-0 is the score, and now coming in on the pass ball and scoring is Mesa Larson, and now 8-0 is the score.
Wild pitch there from Hewitt. Just has to get under control here.
Bases are empty, and that one is ripped into the gap. That's going to travel into left field. Nice hit there by Raina Satchram. And now that's her second hit. She's 2 for 3 with an RBI. And now Riley Satchram, she reached on an error.
Looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner here.
Courtesy runner coming on.
It's going to be number 15.
Runner at first base, number 15, Alicia.
That's Alicia Foss going over there to first. And Riley Satchram will dig in. That one low. And taking second is Foss. 1-0 is the count. That one low and in the dirt, and Foss is going to go ahead and take third. Hewitt delivers that one high. 3-0 is the count. 2 outs in the inning. Runner on third.
And again, good eye there, making sure you're staying back. I'm not expecting a swing here, but there we go.
And that is a walk there for Satcham, her second of the game. Brooklyn Galdi.
Looks like we're going to get another pinch courtesy runner here, number 22. It's going to be Taylor Anderson.
That's Taylor Anderson. And it'll bring up Brooklyn Galdi, who is 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs, a designated player.
Anderson played in 6 games, but only had 5 plate appearances. So plenty of experience when it comes to that courtesy runner spot.
Hewitt with runners on the corners here, trying to work her way out of this inning. 2 outs. Galdi squared around a bunt, pulled back for strike 1. Runner stayed put over there at first. The delivery. That one swung at, and throw down to second is not in time, and then scoring from third is the runner Foss as Anderson takes second. So Foss steals home. 9-0 is the score. Galdi with a runner in scoring position. She skies that one high. It's in the infield. And Hewitt unable to make the catch. Coming around third, and they're going to throw her out at the plate. Getting the tag on her was the catcher, Isabel Wendell. And a good recovery there by Callie Hewitt as the Patriots have a 9-0 lead heading into the top of the 4th. Back after this timeout on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Mayport CG Booster Club is here to support, promote, and encourage all Patriot sports and academic activities. The Mayport CG Booster Club members strive each year to make events within Mayport CG schools a very rewarding experience for the students, athletes, and spectators alike. For more information, like the Mayport CG Booster Club on Facebook. Best of luck to the teams competing in today's game, and go Patriots!
Welcome back in here, top of the 4th here in Thompson, North Dakota at Larimer Field. James Cardarelli with you, joined by Mac Robinson and Danica Hansen. Another impressive outing thus far on the mound for the Patriots, Mac.
Yeah, James, you know, Hansen has done a fantastic job here throughout the day, just really working her way through and not really dealing with much damage here. Just really been very impressive here so far today, and really continuing the dominance that we saw on Saturday there as well.
Carrington has yet to have a base runner in this game. That one's poked out into the opposite field, and there it is. That one hits up against the fence. Nice hit there, and it's going to be a leadoff double there as Mara Coots gets the bat started. That's the first hit of the game for Carrington, and that one, a nice piece of hitting.
Not just the first hit, that's the first base runner.
First base runner. That one inside. And that brings up the catcher, Isabel Wendell. Inside. That one was high and tight for ball 1. A little bit low there. 2-1 is the count now. If you're Carrington, you want to put together some nice at-bats here and try to get a couple on the board. try to chip away at this lead. And now 3-1 is the count to the hitter, Wendell.
On the other side of it, too, is you get to see how Hansen's able to rebound following that initial double here to start out the inning.
That one's going to be popped up and caught at second base there for the first out of the inning. Making the play was Cora Gendrich, and now Cadence Van Ray will come to the plate with a runner on second.
And really good play of tracking it down from Gendrich and able to secure that one, bring it in for the first out.
And this is the hitter that you want to be careful with if you're Hansen, as Van Ray more than capable of coming up with a big hit here with first base open. You got to think the strategy might be to not give her anything good to hit here. Cut on and missed. That was a big cut at that one for strike one. Fouled back. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the hitter Van Ray. Van Ray 0 for 1. Big swing and a miss for strike 3. That's Hansen's second strikeout.
First baseman, Kennedy Wendell.
Kennedy Wendell will come to the plate 0 for 1. And after that leadoff double, Hansen coming back with 2 straight outs, and that's ball 1 to the hitter Wendell.
And again, for an experienced pitcher like Hansen to be able to rebound like that, that's what you come to expect out of your ace.
That's a slow chopper down the third base line and out at first. Nice play coming in, charging the ball, Hudson Zerfus. And that's the third out of the inning, so Carrington strands 1 on second, and we'll head to the home half of the 4th. Patriots lead 9-0.
Trail District Health Unit is here to provide you with health and wellness services, including health education, blood sugar and hemoglobin screenings, blood pressure checks, vaccinations, free COVID home tests, vision and hearing screenings, home care visits, limited-term medical equipment, and more. Contact Trail District Health for information about childhood or adult immunizations and where you can get them. Call Trail District Health Unit at 701-636-4434. Trail District Health is here to prevent, promote, and protect.
Welcome back in here, home half of the 4th inning, as Mayport CG, the 2 seed in the Region 2 softball tournament, is in control 9-0 over the Carrington Cardinals. Another awesome outing from the pitcher of the Patriots, Danica Hansen. Just 1 hit thus far. She's struck out 2.
And the one thing, too, with Hansen is that, you know, even though strikeout numbers might not be up, what she's doing is the pitchers that she's throwing, it allows her defense to have relatively easy plays, whether it be a pop-up or just easy grounders that easy to field and throw on for the out. So she's done a good job not just of striking out and getting batters out, but also forcing easy outs.
Parker Strand will lead off for the Patriots. She's 1 for 2. Maddie Sand to follow, and then Cora Gendrich. As Hewitt's 1-0 pitch is bunted, and getting down the first baseline and beating it out. Nice bunt there. Parker Strand showing off the wheels. She's in there safely.
Patriots are an aggressive team, and that's what you come to expect out of this team. And again, showing the athleticism, showing the speed, being able to lay down just a beautiful bunt and able to get there on first.
Maddie Sand. She has a walk, and it's part of a double play. 0 for 1. That first pitch strike, taking second there on that pitch was Parker Strand. The bunt is down. Strand will go to third and picked up and thrown out at first. Hewitt, nice job charging in as Maddie Sand is out at first, but she does her job and moves the runner over to third. That'll bring up Cora Gendrich. She struck out in her last at-bat. She's 1 for 2 with a single. 1 out in the inning. A runner on third. That one's going to get the runner in, and it's going to find the gap as Cora Gendrich has another hit. Scoring was Parker Strand. That'll bring up Hudson Zerfus, as now it's a 10-run game. Carrington will have a shot at it in the 5th to keep this game alive, as going down to second is Gendrich.
Takes away that double play ball. Staying aggressive here. And again, Patriots staying aggressive on the base paths.
Hudson Zerfus is 2 for 2. She's got an RBI. That one chopped foul. Zerfus also had a nice inning-ending play the last half inning over there at third base. A 1-1 pitch. That one hits the plate, and moving over to third now will be Gendrich.
Can't be having any more of those now that you got the runner at third, and again, it's a 10-run lead, so you're trying to limit the damage as much as possible.
That one inside over the head of Zerfus. That one high and outside for ball 4 as Zerfus draws the walk. That'll bring up Mesa Larson. Larson, she's 1 for 2. She's walked, and she has a double. Runner will take second, and that'll bring Zerfus home. Or Gendrich will score. Zerfus moves over to second. The delivery, that one outside for ball 2. 11-0 lead now for the Patriots. So they have yet to give up a run in the Region 2 softball tournament, and if everything holds like this, they'll be facing Thompson tomorrow at 3 o'clock, who also has yet to give up a run, Mac. So 2 teams playing some great ball, looking like they're on a collision course to face each other here.
Unstoppable force meets the immovable object. Something's got to give.
As drawing the walk now is Mesa Larson. That's her second walk. Danica Hansen coming to the plate. She has a sac fly. She's 1 for 2. Runner on first and second. Hansen digs in, slapped at. That's going to get into the gap. Signal rounding third and plating for another run is Hudson Zerfus, and an RBI for Danica Hansen, her second of the game. That'll bring up Raina Satcham. That one lined up the middle as first pitch swinging, and that'll bring home at least 1 run. And scoring is Mesa Larson. Raina Satcham with a nice hit. It's an RBI single.
And again, good piece of hitting, just able to square up and hit that one right back up the middle for a nice single. And again, just trying to get that one in, and is able to limit the damage there.
13-0 is the score.
As it looks like got a pinch hitter here.
And there's going to be a bit of a timeout as head coach of Carrington, Brady Smith, going out there now.
Looks like Alicia Foss is going to be pinch hitting here.
We got Alicia Foss pinch hitting.
And
for
could
the
be.
Patriots. And I don't know
Could
if
be
he's
a
gonna
courtesy runner.
Change pitchers here if you're Brady
It'll probably
Smith.
just be a batter here.
Runners on the corners.
And it looks like
Going over to run at
Braley Close.
first is, yes, Braley Close.
Running at first base, number 11, Braley Close.
Now, if you're Carrington, you got to have a short memory of this one because they will play directly after this, Mac. They're going to face Pembina County North. They're not out of it yet. They still have a shot to qualify for state tomorrow if they're able to beat the Grizzlies after this, and we'll bring that game for you right here on yourliveevent.com. And taking second there is Braley Close.
Well, and that's the tough aspect of this too, is the fact that the loser of this game has to immediately turn around and play Pembina, who's got a chance to see your
stealing home on the pass ball was Danica Hansen.
As I was saying there, Pembina County North, they get a chance to watch both these teams and see their tendencies going into this next game, going into their game while they get a chance to rest a little bit.
If you're a Carrington, you got to have a memory of a goldfish after this game. They don't remember anything. You just got to flush it, get rid of it. It's a Ted Lasso quote, Mac. I don't know if you watched that show.
I am a fan of the Ted Lasso.
2-1 is the count. A lot of life lessons in that show, Mac.
Yes, there are.
A lot to take
Plenty.
away. A lot to take away from that. Score is 14-0. We're in the bottom of the fourth.
Oftentimes I feel like you pulled a Roy Kent.
At the plate, Alicia Foss.
Speaking in grunts.
Her first at-bat of the game. That one swung on and missed and dropped third strike, but throwing out the runner, Foss. It's the catcher, Wendell.
And he does the job and advances the runner onto third at least, so it might be two down.
That's one way to do it.
Even when you're getting out, you're still doing the job.
Back to Ted Lasso, just 2 more episodes ever coming up this week, so bittersweet as another run scores, and Galdi has another RBI in this one.
Great job to be able to hustle and beat that one out and get the infield single there.
Parker Strand at the plate. That one hit into left field and unable to squeeze that one for the out. That'll be another error. Parker Strand standing at second.
Right fielder, Maddie Sand.
Maddie Sands will come to the plate now. In there for a strike. The pitch. High and outside for ball 1. That one hit into the gap for an RBI. That's going to score 2 as Galdi and Parker Strand come around to score. And Maddie Sand has a 2 RBI single.
Second baseman, Cora Gilbert.
And again, just good piece of hitting, solid approach at the plate, able to knock that one into left field.
17-0 is our score. 2 outs in the inning. That one high and inside for ball 2. Three and 0 is the count. And the pitch from Hewitt. In there for a strike. 3-1 is the count now. Drawing the walk is Gendrich.
Brings up the third baseman, Hudson Zerfus.
Hudson Zerfus now coming to the plate. That one low. Runners staying put. Two outs in the inning. Hewitt delivers that one high and outside. 2-0 is the count. Again, winner of this game looking like Mayport CG if they can just hold on to a 17-0 lead. They will take on Thompson tomorrow at 3 o'clock right here on YourLiveEvent.com for the Region Championship. Fouled back. 3-1 is the count now. Thompson dominant in this tournament as well, beating Midway Minto 16-0. And then Pembina County North 19-0. So no runs given up in the tournament yet by Thompson as well as Mayport CG, and that should be an exciting contest as it is a full count. 2 outs in the inning and called strike 3 right on the inside corner for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Patriots lead 17-0. Carrington trying to keep this game alive as we head to the top of the 5th. We'll step aside for a quick timeout on YourLiveEvent.com.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but they can also help with auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help you with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back in here as heading to the top of the 5th inning as the Patriots in control of this one, 17-0 on the scoreboard. James Cardarelli with you, joined by Mac Robinson. And if Carrington is unable to get it within 10 in this half inning, then that'll be ball game, and the Patriots will move on to face Thompson in the championship game in Region 2 softball tournament action tomorrow at 3 p.m. Carrington, well, they got to have a quick memory deletion there as they're going to have to face Pembina County North directly after this game, and we'll have that for you on YourLiveEvent.com. And I don't think quick memory deletion is a term. I probably should have said short-term memory, and I couldn't figure out what to say, and I just completely made something up. But
well, James, you are quite the linguist,
yes,
so I will give you that at least.
Let's just blame the humidity, as it is a beautiful day here. It's a little hot up in the broadcast booth, but
hey, no excuses, no excuses. We're good. We roll with the punches.
We roll with it, exactly. And there is a pitching change on the mound. Is Lauren Soiney. Bryn Smith will come to bat as Danica Hansen, her job is finished. She had another great outing in the pitching circle. Just striking out 2, but no runs given up yet again. Only 1 hit on the day. And just like yesterday, Soiney will come in for this 5th inning and to close it out. The 0-2 pitch, that one is shot down to third base line. Nice stop by Hansen. Hansen showing off the glove and throwing out the runner for the 1st out of the inning.
Great reflexes over there in the hot corner, and that one coming in hot, and Hansen able to get that one for the out.
Hansen showing that she can do it all.
Showing the leather there.
Crystal Klein batting for Carrington. That one chopped foul.
Pinch hitter for the Cardinals, number 24, Crystal Klein.
That one hit up the middle. Making the play at short is Larson for the second out of the inning.
Another Cardinal pinch hitter, number 21, Ella Volk.
Ella Volk will come in to bat for Callie Hewitt for her first plate appearance. 2 outs, 1 out away from punching their ticket to the championship round is Mayport CG as they will face Thompson. And that should be a good one between these two very talented teams. And that one down to first. Galdi picks it up, steps on first, and that does it here as the Patriots continue their dominance in Region 2 softball tournament action. They beat Carrington 17-0. We'll step aside. When we come back, we will name our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game and our Precision Player of the Game, brought to you by RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro and Drayton. We'll be back after this quick timeout right on YourLiveEvent.com.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com. There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back in here on YourLiveEvent.com. Just wrapping up here as Mayport CG went on to beat Carrington by a score of 17-0. And Danica Hansen, another impressive outing on the mound. She pitched 4 innings, struck out 2, only gave up 1 hit. No runs given up by Hansen and the Patriots thus far in Region 2 softball tournament action. Top of the first, no runs given up by the Patriots. Bottom 1, Galdi had an RBI single after 1 inning of play. It was just 1-0. And in the second inning is where things started to get out of hand for the Carrington Cardinals, as in the bottom of the second, Hudson Zerfis had an RBI double, scoring Maddie Sand. Gendrich stole home later on in the inning on a wild pitch. Zerfis then stole home as well. Raina Satrin had an RBI single. Galdi had another RBI single, scoring Satrum. And from there, Mayport CG did not look back. They scored more runs in the bottom of the third. Hansen had a sac fly RBI. Zerfis scored. Maddie Larson stole home. And then Alicia Foss, who was pinch running, she stole home. And then in the bottom of the fourth, going into it, they were up 9-0. They put up 8 runs there in the bottom of the fourth. Gendrich had an RBI single, scoring Strand. Gendrich then stole home again. Hansen had an RBI single. Zerfis scored. Raina Satrum, another RBI single. Larson scored. Hansen stole home. Galdi had another RBI. And then Sand had a 2 RBI single. Our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Life takes energy. Enbridge Energy for Life. Enbridge.com for career opportunities, and that is going to go to Danica Hansen on the mound yet again, throwing 4 innings, striking out 2, only giving up 1 hit. She has done it all for the Patriots on the mound, in the field, and then also at the plate today. She had an RBI single. She had 2 RBIs, and she also scored a couple of times. So Danica Hansen, our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, and then our Precision Player of the Game, RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro and Carrington. For precision planting updates, information, and questions, contact RDK Enterprises Hillsboro and Drayton, 701-636-2119, or visit plannerdoc.com. RDK Enterprises is here to help you have a safe spring in the fields and on the roadways, and we're going to go ahead and give that to Brooklyn Gauldy, the designated player. She got things started at the plate with an RBI single in the bottom of the first. She also had a RBI single there in the bottom of the second and an RBI in the bottom of the fourth, so give her 3 RBIs on the day, and every time she went up to the plate, it seemed like she was making a difference out there for the Patriots. So she is our RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro and Drayton Precision Player of the Game. Our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game goes to Danica Hansen, as the Patriots, they are on a collision course to meet up with the Thompson Tommies, the 1 and 2 seed, facing off in the championship in Region 2 softball tournament action right here at 3 p.m. tomorrow. That game will be on yourliveevent.com, and winner of that one looking to stamp their ticket to the state tournament. And now coming up right around the corner here on yourliveevent.com, Pembina County North and Carrington will face each other in a loser-out game. The winner of that game will play tomorrow against the loser of Mayport CG and Thompson. So Carrington and Pembina County North still have a chance to make it to the state tournament, but the big one tomorrow is that championship between Thompson and Mayport CG, between 2 teams that have given up no runs yet in this tournament, and they've scored a handful, to say the least. 17-0 win just now for the Patriots and a 19-0 win for Thompson earlier today. So for Mac Robinson, I'm James Cardarelli. We're going to step aside. Don't go anywhere, because we do got another game coming up right around the corner here on yourliveevent.com. Pembina County North getting set to take on the Carrington Cardinals. Mac Robinson will be on the call for that one. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you to all of our sponsors and everybody out there watching and listening here today.